Yeah, my first thought is just an exceptional group of people that make up Auburn, especially this baseball team this year. I didn't want this ride to end. I enjoyed getting up every morning and being fortunate enough to be with this group. I think the two losses we had, we scored one run in each game. That was going to make it a challenge, and I thought just down the stretch we had to tip our hat to too many starting pitchers. Conversely, I think it's 10-plus runs that we probably gave up with 2 outs, and those third and fourth innings were too much to overcome. You extend an inning for a team like Arkansas at this stage. It kept happening. So we had some sun, some 2 strikes, and I thought when that field was in a unique playing position they just kept putting the ball in play and good things happened while we were still trying to put the bat on the ball. These 2 guys right next to me are 2 of my strongest men and people, and there's a whole locker room full of it. So we'll just start the next 48 hours spending a lot of time with them and continuing the good work. And hopefully if we stair-step this program, we can keep fighting and having a feel that the best is yet to come.
Okay, let's have questions for the student athletes, and raise your hand and we'll get a mic to you. Quickly, okay.
Jason Caldwell, Auburn 247, for Brody and Carson both. What's it mean for you guys to get back here again, to be here twice in really 3 college baseball seasons, and to leave the program in such good shape?
It's pretty cool, but obviously we didn't get it done, and that's just what you said. It's a testament to this man right here. He's a great leader. He's one of the best leaders I've ever played for, and wouldn't have it any other way.
A lot of people can say that, coming to Omaha is a once-in-a-lifetime thing, but for me, Brody, Kaysen, and all the other guys that have been here twice, it's an incredible feeling to be able to come to a place of such joy and happiness to the whole college baseball world more than one time. And all that stems from Coach Thompson. Great leader, great man, along with all the other coaches and staff members. Just everybody from top to bottom has made such an impact on me personally, and I know for all the other guys, it's made a big impact on them too.
Okay, next question. Okay, here.
Andrew Hutchison, hogbeat.com. Brody, I'm curious what made Will McIntyre, Arkansas starter, so tough to hit tonight?
I think he had all of his pitches working for him, and I think wherever Turner put his glove, I think that's where the ball was going. I thought he had really good command and didn't make as many mistakes as starting pitcher usually does. And, he spotted up really well, and all of his pitches were working for him tonight.
Okay, next question. Okay, guys, thank you. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Anything else? Just check with George. Okay, now questions for Butch. Okay. Yep.
Mitch Kutcher, CWS 247. Coach, this group of seniors, they made it to Omaha twice. They had the COVID season. What are you going to remember most about these group of guys when you look back on this team?
I just thought they grew so much as men as much as ball players, but they were a joy. You didn't have to do much this year to get them going or keep them going or get them to bounce back. I thought they had a resilient quality about them, and probably their ability to bounce back. If we had an opportunity to play a game tomorrow, I feel like we're in pretty good shape because of the leadership with that group. But a lot of these guys will move on and do some amazing things. We have some young guys that will absolutely benefit from this experience this year. But this was one of the easiest groups to tell them a mission or give them a challenge and then try to go attack it. And that's just a special group of guys led by a lot of our older guys, especially those 2 that were right here next to me.
Next question there. Okay, we're going back here first.
Andrew Stefaniak, Auburn Daily. Coach, I just wanted to get your thoughts on the state of the program going forward.
Yeah, we just kind of work hard every day and try to make the right decisions every day. And you wake up, and that's what's the one thing you can do to make it stronger and better. Such a competitive space. I'm not sure I'm the judge of that. I'm part of it. So your head's down. It has to be observed from somewhere else. These are always hard. I can just imagine in 19 or when every season it's like you need a minute. The first thing I have to do is meet with every coach and every player and then figure out where I got to be in 2 days. And then this was year 30. So Robin and I sitting down, the future and coaching and what do you want to do. But I absolutely know that you can look at pen to paper from the time we've been here to this second and see some growth and stair steps and continuing to be able to do that with our program. But I also think there's some people out doing some amazing things that have left the program in the last few years. So I'm thankful for it, but I'm part of it. I absolutely think we're on the cusp of doing amazing things consistently, and that'll be the driving force to try to leave this program in a better place.
Okay, Aaron.
Aaron Fitt, doing baseball. Coach, you talked yesterday about how you guys kind of got some goofy baseball to maybe jumpstart you a little bit there in the middle of that game, but today maybe just not an opportunity to even put much into action there against McIntyre. I mean, you think your offense just kind of was fighting it out here a little bit more than maybe you hoped for, I assume?
Yeah, I thought it was happening in Oregon State a little bit too. We were so unconscious, kind of mindless in the regional, just swing, and it just didn't catch a lot of breaks, and we didn't make our breaks. I thought yesterday we rose up and fought after trying to engage a little bit, but the two losses, we just, we had to tip our hat to too many pitchers there down the stretch. So it's kind of win-loss, and so I was disappointed because I know what we're capable of from that aspect and would have had to do it to continue in this tournament. It didn't happen. And then, Arkansas was just engaged. It's like you just can't allow them to keep getting extended at bats. And we were trying to put them away, but they just, they were fortunate. A lot of things fell for them, but when that inning got extended, they still had the big hit to go with it. And that wound up being too much for us today.
Jason.
Jason, Auburn 247. We know each other a little bit now. So your veterans and your transfers, newcomers, all those guys bonded really early. To see those guys after that game, how close they were, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means everything. This will be an experience. We try to tell them we're going to do everything we can to create the best experience of your life, and I think in a lot of instances, already hearing from the players initially, I think they appreciate it, and they know how our administration, our university, our fans gave them the royal treatment this year, and I thought they did their part and saying, thank you. And, our hardest workers are probably our managers. It's a good time to get off the game and talk about that. Trenton Reynolds, Bailey Decker, Quinn Stromberg, Jay Holly, those guys are they're there before, they're washing the guys' clothes, they do everything, and every one of these teams here have great people like that. But there's the players do so much, but they're given so much, and they did an amazing job of showing appreciation. But I just think of our student managers too, of all the work that they do, and they're probably out there cleaning up and still serving us right now where we can get underway and get out of here. But man, there's a lot of people, a ton of people that make this thing go. But I think it was a great experience for every one of us. I think we found a ton of positive stuff out of this season.
Right here.
Andrew Hutchison, hogbeat.com. I think Peyton Stovall didn't play in the series during the regular season. He had 5 hits tonight. What was your perspective of his performance? What made him a tough out?
Yeah, I thought they got in the 4-hole a lot today. The left-handers got the ball through the 4-hole there, and we were always a step out of there. I just thought they found holes. He's a talent. I know what he was coming out of high school, and sometimes you can get a slower start and then be there. They had 3 or 4 guys that, I think 2 guys that wasn't in our series and then are in there now and going for them. So things change. We probably have some of those same features there where early on there were some guys, and now you're doing something different there. I think about Bello in the outfield, and he was there early and then out and then back in there. So just a steady, good, promising player with a bright future he's coming on.
Get back over here.
Brian Stills, Jason's travel partner in Auburn Rivals. You might not have seen any of the highlights yesterday, but having Bruce Pearl here and having the support of other coaches in the athletic department, how much does that mean to this program and how much does that mean to the university?
Bruce is kind of the face. He's one of our best ambassadors, but I would have to call out from top to bottom. I hear from all of our coaches, and we have some strong ones. We got a strong group. I think of Ralph Spry that was just at Auburn for 25 years with our track and field program, was an Army Ranger, an amazing man and friend. And I can't go down the list because it would be all of our head coaches. It is a tightest group I've been a part of, and they've been so supportive. I think of Johnny Harris for sure, our women's basketball coach, that every time we go back to campus and every time we'd turn around and head back out for the next step, she would be at Plainsman Park there with us. I really want to give her a shout out, but I think it's top to bottom across the board. Alan Green and Brant Ust, our AD and our sport administrator, has been with us on this entire trip, and that's meaningful to a coach, that support, that backing. But our head coaches at Auburn, I tip my hat to them that they've absolutely have. I think everybody on our campus has just appreciated this team. I don't know why. There's been other quality teams, but it just got up in behind this team, and I think this team united a lot of us on campus this year.
Okay, Paul, you got somebody? Okay.
Coming in tonight, 4 of the last 5 are members of the Southeastern Conference. Just talk about how much talent there is in the SEC and how challenging it is to get through the SEC and throughout the year.
I think it's a preparation feature. And yeah, the 2 losses we had here were to SEC opponents. I thought the team that Stanford put on the field yesterday looked like a major league ball club in some aspects. The body's athleticism, the quality of arms that we saw, especially left-handed. The experience at Oregon State was tremendous. UCLA's going to have one of the best teams in the country. Aaron, y'all don't miss on them. They get so many of those special freshmen, and they're about to hook it up. And Coach Savage's team's going to be outstanding. But I think our league is absolutely invested from top to bottom in every one of our schools. And that preparation of going through those 10 SEC weekends absolutely is a benefit. I don't think there's any doubt about it with having to play the level of play consistency every week. You feel like, you're at home, you're on the road. The venues even prepare you for this in such a way. I think we had 93 former SEC baseball players on Major League Opening Day rosters this year. It's just incredible. So that's a pretty good track record, but I think it's playing those 10 SEC weekends is just absolute with no breaks there. If you can withstand, if you don't get buried, and it's a year where you're right above the 500 mark, you can do anything. I think our 19 team that wound up making it here was 14-16 in our league, and I think it's just a proof of what those 10 weeks, how it prepares you.
Hey, this will be our last question for Butch.
Andrew Stefaniak, Auburn Daily. Coach, at the beginning of the year, you came out and talked about the operation atmosphere and trying to get people excited about baseball, and you could feel the vibes, especially in the regional round. You could feel the vibes around the program. Everybody was excited. A lot of fans out. A lot of people supporting the team. I just kind of wanted to get your thoughts about that and how it went this year. Yeah,
I just doubled down and believed in what we're doing. So I doubled down. I wanted people to be there, and didn't know 100% sure that would end. Our last game would be hosting a regional there, but sometimes you just bet on yourself and your program, and you try to double down on it. And then you ask some people, can we do X, Y, Z? Can we do a few things? And everybody said absolutely. So team effort across the board. And then, we sold the most season tickets for our program, exceeded 20 after the 19 College World Series team. After coming off a tough year last year, we exceeded the 20 mark and sold more season tickets in the history of our program. So our people stepped up to the plate for this team before we ever played a game. And, I'll never forget that. And I appreciate that. And you know what? I thought our team rewarded them at the end. And I thought that was a nice organic event for us by doing the Operation Atmosphere, to where they stepped up to the plate for us, and I thought we returned the favor there at the end of the postseason.
Butch, thank you. Congratulations on another great year.
Thank you, sir. All the best.
Brought to you by Horn, a professional services firm serving clients across the U.S.